Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire's. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I didn't think I would be back to this game as soon as this. I thought NightFox would have needed a lot more time to complete this update, but here we are. He managed to complete it in record time, adding a bunch of new nights to story mode, as well as a brand new character called Lexi the Shark. I'm gonna put an image on screen so you can see her. Definitely an interesting design. Very much looking forward to meeting this character in this incredible visual novel. And I'm also looking forward to playing Night 4, because I know that one has to do with Chiku. I've been talking to NightFox quite a bit on Discord, and I was informed that Night 4 is going to be centered around Chiku, so it promises to be the best night so far. And before I get started, I want to say a huge thank you to NightFoxWorks, the game dev here, for sending me a copy of this game before the public release date, which is set to be October 24th, 2023. I believe that's the correct date of when the game is going to be available publicly for free. Though, if you can't wait for it, you want to get your hands on this amazing visual novel right now and get the latest update, you can also take a look at the Patreon page of NightFox, which of course will be linked in the video description. As you can see, a bunch of people already did so. There's quite a lot of patrons. It's rather incredible to see all that. Even Shark is a patron, so that tells you that this visual novel is one of the best out there, and you should definitely be supporting NightFoxWorks on Patreon. With all that said, I'm going to continue the story, and that's going to take us right back to the apartment of Josh Black. And now, I need to get back into story mode, so here we go. I'm absolutely tuckered out by the time I get home. I debate staying up a little longer to do some research, but I just don't have the energy. I managed to get through a microwave bowl of whatever the hell that is before I crash into bed. As I settle in, I hug the golden plushie that Zero left me like a teddy bear. That's something we picked up during night 3. I don't remember my dreams, though I do feel like I'm falling at some point. I end up jolting awake an hour earlier than normal, around 5 p.m. I'm absolutely drenched in cold sweat. My golden plushie is gone too, but it's not too hard to figure out where it is. Zero is hovering above my bed in classic ghost fashion. Look at that booty. Look at that ghost booty. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Although, it's sort of unfortunate. I feel like I'm going to have to censor that on YouTube. But hey, if you're a Patreon of mine, you're seeing all of that. And I hope you're enjoying the view. Good morning, Josh. Would you like breakfast, a bath, or maybe me? I can't help but stare, rub my eyes, and even pinch myself to confirm I'm not still dreaming. Seems like Zero has the capacity to leave the nightclub, which at first I didn't think she could do. My assumption was that Zero had more freedom than the other girls, but she was still stuck in the nightclub. But evidently that's not the case. She's currently in the apartment of Josh Black, so does that mean she can go anywhere? Or does that mean that the golden plushie I picked up allows her to just spawn wherever the plushie is? Could be. It could be. Let's find out. Can I have you for breakfast in the bath? That's a genius thing to say, Josh. Actually, that's absolutely brilliant. Zero chuckles, floating down to run a finger up my sternum. It would be nice to feel love again. Zero, I know you got a bunch of fans. There's plenty of people who love you out there. But I mostly ask because I can tell you've been holding back. You shouldn't get too pent up. The other girls can detect that and get hornier themselves. It loops until one side breaks. I've learned that the hard way. I had a lot of game over during my playthrough of this game, because Josh Black ended up getting too pent up, so valuable advice from Zero right here. You shouldn't let that happen in this game. So, by not doing that, I've actually been egging the girls on? How do they resist pouncing customers then? Customers aren't hunky security guards. There's also a difference between the girls' night and day programming. But yes, they maybe would have resisted another night or two, which is why I offer myself. How generous. How generous of you. You would not get in trouble with Mr. Smith releasing your urges on me. But if there's another girl you like more, I would understand. Yeah. Zero, seems to me like you're smart cookie. You figure things out. I'm not really sure I want to do anything. Should I do that with Zero? We're gonna save here. We're gonna save. Because the next decision we're gonna be making, the one right here, is definitely gonna affect the rest of Night 4. So, we'll start by spending an hour in heaven with Zero. But I'll come back to this point to decline her. So, we'll explore both paths and see what happens. But we'll start the first one, which is probably the best one for a lot of you guys. By the sounds of it, my choice is to either do that or spend some time with a hot specter. Easy choice. Besides, you just said you wanted to feel love again. I'm a sucker for that shit. How do you want to start? Oh my god. Well, oh well. Wasted no time at all. Zero answers by waving her hand and causing the bed sheets to move aside. I'm probably not gonna read all of this. I'm just gonna leave it up to you guys on the Patreon side of things, because what is in front of me is it's pretty explicit. All right. And just like that, Zero floats away, and soon there's the sound of my gas burner clicking as I get up to take a shower. By the time I'm clean, Zero set out a plate of bacon and eggs. Okay, I know I had bacon, but where did you get the eggs? Though I'm not complaining. I honestly thought Zero just left. The fact that she's making breakfast right now is amazing. A girl has her ways. Once you're done, what will you do? I reply as I chow down between bites. Zero's cooking is amazing. Turns out ghosts can make amazing chefs. Probably keep on researching magic and missing persons so I can understand what Smith's done and maybe find out who the girls used to be. Speaking of, if you have any information on that front, please do tell me, Zero. Girls said their core programming prevented them from doing so. I was a nobody, a drifter. You will not find anyone who cares about my disappearance. As for the other girls, you may want to look into the local university. Holy shit, so the animatronics are possessed by the souls of students? Students that went to university? Is that what you're saying? I care, but yes, thanks. I'll do just that. I do have a little bit of research in missing persons, but I suppose I could research some more. Although security is really important to me as well, because I want more freedom in the nightclub. That's why I've been researching security even more. I got a big decision to make here. I spend the next few hours researching stuff online before my phone buzzes and reminds me I have to get going to work. As I get dressed, I call out to Zero. So, do I have to bring your plushie back for you to manifest at the club, or can I leave it here? That's gonna answer one of my theories. Like I said, I think the plushie is what can help us summon Zero here. I can manifest anywhere you invite me. So, she's not bound to the plushie then. She can just show up anywhere. So long as Josh wants it. Damn, okay. Zero's quite OP. Zero is really OP compared to the other girls. That's incredible. Some vampire hunters somewhere would lose their shit if they heard that. Let's not talk about vampire hunters, okay? They're the worst scumbags on Earth. Stupid frickin' vampire hunters. They would chase down a beautiful, innocent, lovely vampire like Max Chen. And that is unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. Vampire hunters are the worst. Van Helsing is a bitch. I'm saying it right here, right now. Van Helsing, complete bitch. Got it. I'll text you if/when I need you. Otherwise, I'll be back after work. Here we go. Time to go back to the nightclub. Chiku isn't in her pod when I check in for the night, nor is she on any of the cameras. Smith has also left me a short list of activities. Vacuum the VIP booths, restock the bar's energy bars, do not mess with the animatronics. I can actually see Chiku. If you take a close look at vacuum booths, or vacuuming the booths, you can see Chiku is there at the corner. Let's go pay her a visit. The VIP booths aren't going to vacuum themselves, plus once I'm upstairs, I can see across the club, maybe I'll find some hint of where Chiku is. I grab the vacuum from the janitor's closet, haul it up the stairs, and get to work. It's one of those wet vac machines, meaning every so often, I have to stop and take the dirty bucket down to pour out and replace with fresh water. It's slow, mindless works that lets me ponder other matters. Like, where's Chiku right now? On my umpteenth trip up and down, I spot a hint of yellow peeking out from behind the stage's curtains. I keep an eye on it as I finish the last booth and put the wet vac away. As I approach where I think Chiku's hiding, I call out to her. Is everything alright, Chiku? I just want to help. Just want to help. But if you need some privacy, that's fine. As I always say, you gotta look respectfully at Chiku, alright? So that's what I'm applying here. When she replies, it's barely above a whisper. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Well, that just makes me worry more. When I reach the spot and pull back the curtain, I see that Chiku is surrounded by pizza boxes and energy bar wrappers. What? Why would you say something like that? You're not fat. Chiku isn't fat. That's a lie. That I will not tolerate Chiku slander in this house. Damn, I have to be careful what I say here. I don't want to make her feel any worse than she already is. Maybe a lighthearted joke would work. I feel like that's what I would do in real life as well, so rather fitting here. You're not fat, nor a piggy. In fact, you're clearly a chicken. A pretty little bird. It's not your best material, Josh. Not your best material right there. Honestly, you could have come up with something a lot better. She sighs, stops eating, and turns to look at me proper. Even Chiku is like, that was cringe, bro. Chiku is just kind of disappointed in him. I know that. I'm an animatronic. I can't get fat, but I think before her eyes flash red, and she doesn't finish her sentence. I rub the back of my head as I consider what to say next. Hopefully something better than that horrible joke he just said. So where'd the pizza come from? Did Smith order in, or has there been a pizzeria somewhere in this club this entire time? Wait, hasn't there been a pizzeria? I just assumed there was something like that. That causes Chiku to brighten up. It's not in the official blueprints or the cameras because the building isn't up to code to make pizzas officially. We have to pretend we're always ordering it when customers ask for it. That also means we can charge extra on top of the already high price. Now that's a smart businesswoman right there. That's a genius move by Chiku. That seems roundabout. What the hell you're saying? That seems genius. It's brilliant. Most of this place is. The more you try to make it make sense, the less it does. Wanna go see the pizzeria anyways? Hey, you know what? That sounds like a date. Sounds like a date. Let's go for it. I start to accept, but remember the whole camera situation. And rule number 1. Will Smith...
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Will Smith? I feel like what NightFox wants us to read is, Will Smith catch on if we spend too much time in a pizzeria, but at first I just thought we just randomly name drop Will Smith just out of nowhere. So it kinda caught me off guard, not gonna lie, it definitely caught me off guard. Goodness gracious. Probably caught Chiku off guard as well. It's like, what's that about Will Smith? There may not be a camera in the pizzeria, but there's one watching the entrance lift. See that corner over there? The one with the camera that looks out across the back of the stage? There's the one you have to be wary of. That's the one you have to be wary of, excuse me. The lift is hidden in the floor towards the rear. Have any other guards ever gone down there? I want to make sure this wouldn't be a fireball offense. I don't want to risk my job. But then again, this is for Chiku. So yeah, no, I'm willing to take a gamble. I'm willing to risk it. Once they found out about it, Smith usually added pizza prep to the nightly tasks. During the normal nightclub hours, the place is manned by a chef sworn to secrecy, but the chef can always do the necessary food prep. I help out sometimes, but it's not always enough. Well, that is another lie. It is enough, Chiku. Whatever help you provide in the kitchen is more than enough. You shouldn't think otherwise. So, if Will Smith sees me take you down there, you'll probably have to worry about that now too. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. It's no problem. I shrug and motion for her to go first. Let's just go to it. I have a feeling Smith will find ways for me to justify my high paycheck, even if I don't check out the pizzeria. Lead the way. Chiku leads me over to what looks like a long set of light switches on the back wall behind the stage. There's 4 switches in a group on the left. Chiku pushes the first and the last 2 up before stepping back. Moments later, the floor slides open as a lift rises up. It's large enough to fit 2 people or 1 person and an animatronic at a time. Just to cover my bases, I look directly at the observing camera and proclaim, "Gonna check out Chiku down in the pizzeria." But I'm not gonna mess around with Chiku. I will look respectfully throughout the whole process. I promise, Will Smith. I promise. The camera says nothing as Chiku and I step onto the lift. It descends, and moments later, we arrive in an expensive kitchen that runs the width and length of the stage. That's a big kitchen, then. It's not all that different from a classic pizza joint in that there's a singular main oven and several prep stations surrounding it. There's also a secondary freezer, storage room, and bathroom down here. And that place looks amazing. The only other way out seems to be a staircase behind a chain-locked metal gate. Where's that go? Into the back alley, I think. Between the HVAC units. She shuffles on the spot. God dang it. That was hard for my French brain to process. She shuffles on the spot. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Her eyes cast downwards. Heyo! Can I say something now that we're alone? Sure, go ahead. Thank you for not laughing at me when I said what I wanted to do a few nights ago. If you remember, Chiku talked about wanting to be a nuclear engineer. The girls were talking about like what kind of career they wanted to do. Fexa wanted to be an architect. Frenni wanted to be an idol. Bonfi just wanted to be a stripper, and Chiku, I think was the biggest revelation of them all, said she wanted to be a nuclear engineer. And ever since I can't help but imagine Chiku with nukes. And it's just... it's quite the image. It's quite the image. Chiku will definitely help me nuke Ballsack Boy. And if you're playing Fat Nights at Frenny's, you know exactly who that character is. Ballsack Boy needs to be nuked, Chiku. And I need your assistance. Most of the customers at Mr. Smith think I'm just some ditzy blonde bimbo. What the What's wrong with them? Are you kidding me? I need names. Chiku, I'm gonna need some names. Who are those customers? I need a list. And Mr. Smith is gonna get it too. I'll whoop his ass as well. One of these days. Maybe I am, to some degree. I'm not as fast as some people, but I try very hard. Don't be so hard on yourself. Chiku, you're incredibly intelligent. I waste no time in giving her a hug and squeezing her tight. Don't sweat it, Chiku. She returns the embrace, one of her hands straying towards my butt. Don't take this the wrong way, but you smell different. I still want to grope your nice butt, but you don't smell like a customer anymore. Zero was right. Apparently the girls here can tell when someone hasn't been getting a release lately. That's because I may have gone off before reporting it tonight. It's not something I thought I would be saying today, but yeah. Aw, and here I hadn't sent you any nudes yet. Wait, what? I'll have to fix that so you have good material to work with? I mean, I'll still be looking respectfully at your nudes, okay? I'll still look respectfully. So, I guess it's good. I guess it's all good. Yeah, no problem. Sure. I'd like that. Do you have my number? Mm-hmm. Fexa gave it to everyone already. I just wanted to wait until it felt right. That's very kind of you, Chiku. Thank you. Anyways, this is where the pizza magic happens, huh? I wonder if there's other rooms like this hidden beneath the club. Chiku's eyes flash between blue and red before settling on blue. There might be. How about we investigate? We can just go ahead and explore the nightclub. My eyes wander around the space until I notice several vents. Well, at least the principle of vent access is consistent. I should probably go map out the entire system, but I have no idea if there's extra security in there. After another cycle of eye colors, Chiku shrugs. I don't know. Sorry. Oh well, something to figure out later. For now, though, I have a very important question for you, Chiku. You don't have to be flustered like that. I hope it's a normal question. Come on, Josh. Why do you want to be a nuclear engineer? I've been wondering that myself. I'd love it if Chiku could explain a bit more, like why does she want to pursue that career? Promise you won't laugh? Of course I won't laugh. I promise. I really liked The Simpsons growing up. Homer wasn't the smartest person, but people liked him, and he tried really hard to provide for his family. I figured if he could work at a nuclear plant, so could I. That's the reason? Yeah, sure, yeah. That is utterly adorable. She just wanted to follow in the footsteps of Homer Simpson. That works. Thanks. Should probably head back up now. One elevator ride later, we're back up behind the main stage. Chiku winks at me before going to clean up her mess from earlier. on to another tasks. Well, that's pretty much the only option I got, so let's restock the energy bars. I decide to handle the last official task from Smith, so I have some time to relax. Once at the storage room, I grab an empty box and begin piling energy bars into it. I notice something odd as I do. Every energy bar I pull from the pile seems to pop back into existence whenever I look away. To just magically reappear? But it's not like the energy bars are disappearing from my box either. I'm not an expert in the paranormal, but this has to be magic, right? I think Mr. Smith has the solution to end world hunger. He can spawn infinite food? This guy's just hacking real life. How is he doing this? Has Smith not only stolen souls and discovered a way to make someone immortal, but also found a way to make endless food? Imagine if these powers and oddities could be harnessed for good. The world would be at peace. Regardless, I fill my box, then head to the bar. After neatly stacking the energy bars in their designated cabinet, I'm finished with this task. When I return to the security room and check the cameras, I see Chiku's returned to her pod for the evening. Frenni is missing from hers, and I don't immediately see her on the cameras. I do catch her moving into the locker room in the feed playback, and I hear the sound of water running when I poke my head out into the corridor. She was just taking a shower. That's probably what she was doing. I guess that bathing is something that stuck with the girls when Smith did whatever he did. Same with yawning. Regardless, I have some time to kill for the rest of the night. I might as well get some research in. Okay, so I thought about researching local missing persons / crimes, or I could research security even more. I think I'm gonna go with security once again. I want to have the best knowledge possible of security. After a few hours of researching, my shift comes to an end. I've made it through another night, somehow. And that completes night 4. So, like I was saying earlier, I want to go back to 0 and decline her offer and see what happens. So before I end this video, I really wanted to explore this other path and see if it's going to affect the way Chiku interacts with me. So, all I gotta do is load my save, which I should be able to do. There we go. And I'm just gonna simply decline her offer. Politely decline. As tempting an offer as that is, I'll have to pass. I understand. If you change your mind, just whisper to me via the plushie. With a popping sound, 0 transforms into the golden plushie and drops to the bed. I guess there's no refuting the existence of magic after that display. Not that I had any doubt. Anyways, time for some food, so, okay. I suppose we just proceed to the day a bit more differently, but not too different. So I'm just gonna take you back to Chiku and see if she's gonna be any different with us. Let's find out. We are back with Chiku, and so far, nothing has really changed. It's been the same dialogue, the same text, so I haven't noticed anything different, but I feel like something's gonna happen here. And I'm feeling that way because I clicked past that point and I started to see some different dialogue, so this is where we're gonna see it. Can I say something now that we're alone? Sure, go ahead. You smell delicious! And I'm still hungry. She steps forward, and I back up until my back is against the wall. Calm down, Chiku, there's no need to do this. Oh, but there is. I have needs, just like the other girls. But I'll get fired if Smith finds out. Don't worry. I'll make this worth getting fired for. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. No, wait! Chiku might be an angel, but she knows when you're pent up. So that's what Zero was talking about. If you don't let the tension out of your system, if you will, you're gonna get a game over screen. So you're gonna be very careful about that in this game. You have to be extremely careful about it. Pretty much all the girls are gonna attack you if you're too pent up. So that includes Chiku, as you're seeing right here. But hey, at least she's gonna make it worth your while. You're gonna lose your job, you're gonna get fired, but you're gonna have the best time of your entire freaking life. So, I'd say it's worth it. But yeah, that would pretty much conclude night 4. My favorite night so far, without a shadow of a doubt, no question about it, night 4 is my absolute favorite. Not only because we had, of course, a lot of time with Chiku, which is a huge bonus, but also because we had quite a lot of time with Zero as well. And I do appreciate Zero in this game, more than I appreciate her in Five Nights at Freddy's. I think her character is a bit more interesting here. So, yeah, we're learning a lot more about the girls. The more I go on, the more we learn about, well, in today's video we learned a lot about Zero and Chiku. In the next one, where we're going to explore Night 5, I do believe we're going to see the new animatronic, which I talked about, and sorry, that was my phone. The new animatronic I talked about, Lexi the Shark. I think she's probably going to show up in Night 5. If not, it might be Night 6, if this update goes as far as Night 6. So definitely don't go too far. Stay subscribed to this channel for future videos. And of course, once again, a huge thank you to NightFox for sending me an early copy of this game, allowing me to just be able to work on this before the official public release, October 24th. Making these videos, it may not seem like it, but it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time because these are big old videos. So whenever I make one, it can take 4-5 days. Maybe more sometimes. It depends on the length of the video and how much editing is required. So I really do appreciate it that NightFox was kind enough to send me a copy. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I just wanted to explore Night 4. I'm pretty confident we've seen everything there is to see in Night 4. And we're gonna have the same approach with Night 5. I'm gonna try to explore all the different paths. And yeah, that's gonna be coming your way pretty soon. So like I said, don't go too far. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. You can join the Great Legion's Discord server to be notified of everything I'm working on and to interact with the community of this channel. You can also take a look at my Patreon page to help with all future videos and help with all future projects. It's always greatly appreciated. And to see this video uncensored, of course. So yeah, all those links will be in the video description. And of course, do support NightFox as well. I'm gonna have a link to the Patreon page of NightFoxWorks, as well as the Twitter account. So all of that will be in the video description. But for now, I'm just going to wish you all a good day or good evening, whatever time it is on your side, and I'll see you for the next part. I'll see you for Night 5. But until then, as always, take it away.